Earlier this year, the NBC Sports Network Fight Night Series kicked off in Philly. We featured two fighters that nobody really had paid much attention to or cared about. Right now, big things are happening. Gabriel Rosado, who wasn't even on the radar in January, 12 months later, he'll find himself fighting for the world title in Madison Square Garden. The other fighter who headlined that night, a 6-round heavyweight at the time, Brian Jennings, is now ranked 5th in the world and the USPA heavyweight champion, defending his title this Saturday. We feel that the NBC Sports Network Fight Night Series is the best boxing consistently on television with evenly contested, competitive fights. Before I get to the people on the stage, I want to introduce and just have them take a bow. Some of the people in the audience who are fighting on the card. The son of one of my favorite fighters of all time, the legendary Cyclone Hart. Probably the best left hooker I ever saw in my life in person. Jesse Hardwork Hart, former national amateur champion. Jesse Hart. Got a lot of good fights on this card. Junior welterweight who has worked in and around the Temple University area, from Philadelphia, Hassan Young. A professional fighter with 2 degrees at Temple University, making a return to his campus, Alex Barboza. Undefeated lightweight from North Philadelphia in a good 6-round fight Saturday night with Esteban Rodriguez, Angel Luis Ocasio. Also in the room, another outstanding amateur, scored a 1-round knockout in his pro debut, a junior lightweight featherweight, Anthony Bergen. And the stablemate of Anthony's, who scored a nice win on an NBC show and then followed up by with a knockout in October at the Armory, Jason Sosa. I don't know if I've missed any other fighters on the card who are here. I also want a special shout out to, in the best tradition of Gabriel Rosado, a fighter who had a lot of bumps and bruises on the way up and is now fighting for the #1 spot in the IBF Cruiserweight ratings early next year, from South Philadelphia, Garrett, the Ultimate Warrior. Okay, so everybody knows we've got boxing Saturday night, 9 fights. First fight around 7:10. Some of the best young talent in Philadelphia squaring off against each other. When the NBC cameras go off at 10 o'clock, we've got a fight that would be a main event on just about any network, certainly on ESPN, maybe even a year from now, or less than that, could have been a main event on this network. A 10-round junior lightweight fight, a crossroads fight, very important to the careers of undefeated Jerry Belmonte of Corpus Christi, Texas, and Eric Outlaw Hunter of West Philadelphia. I'm looking forward to this fight. As I said, this is main event worthy. Belmonte's is 17-0 with 5 knockouts. This is not his first trip east. In his last fight in September, he beat Joselito Collado of New York in North Jersey, so fighting in the other guy's backyard is no stranger to Jerry Belmonte's. His opponent, Eric Hunter, is one of those diamonds in the rough. A lot of was spoken about him and written about him when he turned pro. He's also boxed under the radar. He's had periods of inactivity in his career. When Tion Kennedy canceled out of this fight with a strained knee, he jumped at the opportunity, and it's a big fight for him. So first, I'd like to call up to say a few words. The Corpus Christi kid, Jerry Belmonte.
Thank y'all for coming. I'd like to thank Main Events. We're on a great show. Come Saturday night, it's going to be a great opportunity for me to shine again. I know I'm fighting a hometown guy, but I mean, like I said, the crowd can't fight for me. So it's just me and him, one-on-one, let the best man win. Thank you.
And now I'd like to ask Eric Hunter, who took a couple weeks off, went to Washington, D.C., got out of the hustle and bustle of Philadelphia to concentrate on this fight. At this point, probably the biggest fight of his career also. Eric.
I'd like to thank God for this opportunity. And when it comes Saturday night, it's going down.
Okay, this heavyweight fight is an important fight. Anytime heavyweights get in the ring, anything can happen. Louis 22-2 with 16 knockouts. When you look at the common foes on his record and Bryant's record, each man beat Alex Mejia. Bryant had a little bit of trouble in that fight, won a decision. Jennings-Tupou knocked out Alex Mejia in 3 rounds. They both knocked out Chris Koval, Bryant in 1 round, Bowie in 3. But anytime heavyweights get in the ring, anything can happen. I know it's a big opportunity for Bowie and for Bryant. Bowie's been in town since Monday, hung out with the Eagles, ran up the Art Museum steps, hung out on 9th Street. It's a big fight for him. He's here. First, I'd like to call up his trainer, Jeff Mayweather.
Yeah.
Jeff.
First of all,
hold it closer.
First of all, I'm happy to be a part of this event. I think that you have 2 great gentlemen of the sport of boxing. I met Brian in Vegas. We talked for about 30, 40 minutes. Wonderful guy. Boy, same way. So it's a fight in which you have 2 guys that are complete gentlemen, but at the same time, I mean, they have a situation which, you know, only one man can win. You know, I'm a big Brian Jennings fan, but of course this time around I can't root for Brian. I have to root for the guy that I'm working for. But you know, I expect a great performance by both guys, and it's weird because everybody have been contacting me about Brian Jennings for the last 2 years. But Brian Jennings never called me himself. So I was wondering why everybody was calling me about this guy. Everybody would always say, we got this guy in Philadelphia that's great for you to work with. And I'd be like, okay, well, who is he? Every time I got a call, it was Brian Jennings. But of course, I mean, Brian has his people and obviously he's done a great job already. So Brian doesn't need me. But like I said, I mean, I expect a great fight. Big fight from both of these guys. I mean, they're going to give it their all, give you guys, give the fans 100%, you know, and may the best man win.
Thank you. So you bring in a fighter from Tonga, and then at the last minute you realize that the sports anchor at NBC 10, Vaisa Kahima, is from Tonga, amateur fighter. You remember when he returned some punt years ago for a touchdown, he wound up using the goalpost as a heavy bag. There's a player on the Eagles, Stanley Havili, who's from Tonga. So they all hung out together Tuesday in South Philly and had a good time. I'm sure that Bowie's been enjoying his time in Philly. We'd like him to say a few words. Thank you.
Hi, first of all, I'd just like to thank you for this opportunity. Thanks for main event, and I'd just like to thank my Heavenly Father for this great opportunity to be able to fight Brian Jennings, you know, for the USBA title. It's something that I didn't even think about. I want to get the opportunity again. So I'm grateful, and look forward to Saturday. You know, the best man wins. So thank you.
Thank you. By the way, that video that Vaisa Kahima shot with Bowie during on Tuesday with the Eagles at 9th Street, the Art Museum, that's going to be shown tonight at the end of the NBC newscast, sometime between 5:45 and 5:50. A guy who fought for me 100 years ago and now trains fighters, 90 years ago, sorry. Keeps everybody straight in the, what is it, 25th Street? What was the street?
26.
Oh, okay. If you're from 26th Street, you're a bad man. Now he keeps everybody in the hood straight. A personal friend of the family, the manager and trainer of Brian Jennings, the ever-popular Fred Jenkins.
I want to give a shout out to God for giving me this opportunity. And I also want y'all to look at each other and say, shake each other's hand and be glad that y'all here today, because some of our boxing greats is not here today. And y'all should look at each other and shake each other's hands. Some of our friends is not here today. So I want to also give a shout out to a young man, Jeff Gant, is trying to resume his career. And I also want to say I thank Jeff Mayweather and his fighter Tupou for giving us the opportunity to fight, which they didn't have to take this fight because a lot of people is reaching out to fight Tupou, but he gave Brian Jennings opportunity. I also want to thank Peltz and Main Events and Band Promotion and Temple University for giving us the opportunity to put on this great show on Broad Street Boxing, which they're trying to rename it and bring it back alive like the Blue Horizon. We're hopeful that this show will kick off real good. And I want to say thanks for all y'all coming to the press conference. You'll see us at the fight Saturday.
Okay, so here's a guy who's got a 9-to-5 job, and I was thinking about this today because I used to handle the career of Benny Briscoe, who worked on the garbage truck in North Philadelphia all through his career, coming to the gym at 5:30 after he got off the garbage truck. And that was actually a promotion for Benny because his first job was in rat control. And I asked him one day, I said, how do you kill these rats? What do? You spread poison around and you wait for them to die? He said, shh. He said, we go to those houses with baseball bats and we club those suckers to death. And I was thinking, boy, do you think any of these prima donnas today will do that? It's just a different world. But here's a guy who still maintains a daily job and finds time to train at night and pursue his dream of being heavyweight champion of the world and putting his other dreams of maybe being an architect on the back burner. He is known as Mr. Twitter, Mr. Facebook, Mr. Social Network. Instagram. Brian Jennings.
Good afternoon, everybody. I would like to thank everybody for coming out. It's just a nice little crowd. I'm proud to see everybody, coming out to support this event. I'd like to thank Main Events, Post Promotion, Band Promotion, everybody in staff, my trainer, Fred Jenkins, the whole ABC, Elite Class Gym. I'd also like to thank Jeff Mayweather and Boy Tupou, for accepting this, wonderful offer and having the chance to, put their careers on the line also, and fighting it out with us on this Saturday. But everybody already know what I'm about. I mean, you already know what I do. You already know what I'm gonna come to do. You know what it is. Though, Elite Class. You know what I'm saying? Work hard. Come out with the win. May the best man win. I worked hard. It's a long 8 weeks. 8 weeks of training. My focus is crazy. My drive is crazy. And I just work hard. And I deserve. I deserve to put my all into this ring. And I just wish that and somebody is willing to get it all also. And on Saturday we shall see.
Okay, so the weigh-in is tomorrow night at 4 o'clock at the Crown Plaza Hotel on City Line Avenue. Saturday, the first fight's at 7:15. There's still tickets available at peltzboxing.com or at Temple. The fight is not at the Eliot Chorus Center. It's at McGonigal Hall, corner of Broad Montgomery. So, right. traffic, we need everybody there early. So it doesn't get any better than this, boxing in Temple University. So we hope to see you all there Saturday night. Thank you.